You're a voluntary slave and they've convinced you to call it career advancement. The most brilliant form of subjugation isn't the one that forces chains on your body. It's the one that makes you grateful for the chains on your mind. Every morning, you don't just commute to work. You report to your assigned detention center where you surrender basic human dignities without question. Your employer doesn't just buy your labor. They purchase your existence. They control when you can speak, drink, eat, and urinate. They monitor your facial expressions. They dictate the fabric touching your skin. They track your keystrokes, your movements, your conversations. They demand your emotional performance. Smile more. Be a team player, commodifying your very personality for corporate gain. This isn't normal. It's normalized domination. In what other context would you accept a power dynamic where another human can summon you to a room, critique your attitude, demand changes to your appearance, and threaten your ability to feed your family if you don't comply? This isn't employment. It's domestication. But the contract was voluntary, they insist. What grotesque deception! When the choice is between submission and starvation, that's not consent, that's extortion. Would you call a mugging voluntary because technically you could choose death over surrendering your wallet? The freedom to choose your master isn't freedom, it's just the illusion of choice in a system of mandatory servitude. The staggering hypocrisy of those who rail against big government tyranny while defending workplace dictatorships reveals their true agenda. They don't hate authoritarianism, they hate accountability. They prefer their tyranny private, where it's shielded from democratic oversight, where power flows one way and resistance means economic execution. Your workplace doesn't need to imprison your body when it has colonized your mind. They've conditioned you to believe your value as a human is tied to your productivity. They've trained you to feel guilty for using earned time off. They've programmed you to check emails during your child's birthday party. You don't just work for the system. You've become its most effective enforcer against yourself. This isn't just philosophical. It's the lived reality crushing your spirit. You feel it in your racing heart when the boss calls an unexpected meeting. You feel it in your suppressed rage when swallowing an undeserved reprimand. You feel it in your exhaustion, your anxiety, your disconnection from your actual desires. Recognize your condition before you can transform it. The most dangerous prison isn't built with concrete and steel. It's constructed from the belief that your subjugation is simply how the world works. Your emancipation begins with one revolutionary act, seeing the invisible cage. They've convinced you to call opportunity